As always, the biggest story of the day, the biggest, hottest topic being discussed, debated throughout the nation on India Upfront. First up, viewers, you've seen the pictures. They've been coming out of Iran with monotonous, tragic reality, monotony on a daily basis. In Iran, a 22-year-old Mahsa Amini was thrashed and allegedly killed by the Hijab police because a sliver of her hair was showing under a veil. Just yesterday, Hadith Najafi was killed for supporting Mahsa. What's the connection? Why are we talking about Iran? And what is Iran got to do with what's happening in our country? Well, viewers, today your channel has learnt that saying no to wearing the veil, the burqa or hijab can have fatal consequences even in India. Viewers, we are told constantly that in India you have the freedom to do as you please. If you are a Muslim woman, you can choose to wear what you want to. No one is going to intimidate you. No one is going to force you. No one is going to make you pay for your life like Mahsa Amini had to follow an injunction. This, viewers, is being repeated ad nauseum in the Supreme Court by some of the best legal minds this country has to offer, in order to get the Supreme Court to overturn a progressive judgment by the Karnataka High Court on the hijab. Indeed, viewers, here in India, women are not immune from the kind of persecution that Mahsa Amini has had to face in Iran. A 23-year-old Rupali, who is also known by the name Zara, had her throat slit for refusing to wear a burqa. The Mumbai police's FIR makes for tragic reading. Rupali loved her husband, adopted the name Zara, but realized that even that wasn't enough. Now, how has this happened? Aren't we being told by glib lawyers like Dushyant Dave that are challenging the Karnataka High Court's progressive order on hijab that the veil is not just a symbol of dignity, but women in India reserve the right to choose to wear it or not? This was underlined by Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, the Congress scion of Ladki Hoon, Lad Sakti Hoon fame, who told us that in India you can wear a burqa or a bikini as you please. Don't worry. Viewers, the PFI is one of those that has leaned on certain members of our community, given them the courage, the support to challenge in the Supreme Court the progressive Karnataka High Court's order, saying that in our classrooms, in government-run institutions, you can't wear the hijab. But the PFI says that in India, you cannot snatch away a person's religious freedoms. The PFI says, just like some other lawyers have argued, that the hijab and the burqa are in fact essential features of Islam. Yes, viewers, this is what has been said. And even though in our country this, according to them, is true, women will still retain the right to choose to wear the burqa, the hijab or not. But viewers, what they didn't tell you was Rupali's story and hundreds of other women like her who clearly didn't have a choice. Here is more about Rupali's story. Rupali was murdered by her husband for allegedly refusing to wear a burqa. As per her mother and sisters, Her husband of 3 years, Iqbal Sheikh, used to thrash her repeatedly for her defiance. Yesterday, after a heated argument, he dragged her outside and allegedly stabbed her and eventually slit her throat. That's what the police are claiming. That's what Rupali's family is telling us. She paid with her life for exercising her right to choose, viewers. It's as simple as that. Times Now visits the site of this grotesque crime against not just the Constitution, but also, of course, against the personal rights of Rupali. All of this happened in Chembur, and we spoke to eyewitnesses. Here's the report.
मैंने देखी कि बॉडी मीन्स ऐसे ही पड़ी थी एकदम, जैसा मैं नजदीक जाके देखी तो बॉडी एकदम अलग ही मतलब पोजीशन में थी, ऐसा फैला, पैर पूरा ऐसा था और ऐसी वो पड़ी थी, पूरा चेहरा ऐसा और जीभ बाहर थी और खून खून था और गले में ऐसा दुपट्टा लपटा हुआ था।
मुंबई के चेंबूर इलाके में जिस 20 वर्ष की युवती की हत्या हुई है उसी स्पॉट पर फिलहाल हम मौजूद हैं। आपको तस्वीरों के जरिए बता दें कि ये एक छोटी सी गली आप देख पा रहे हैं और इसमें ये वो खून के धब्बे हैं जो कि आपको इस एक्सक्लूसिव ग्राउंड रिपोर्ट में हम दिखा रहे हैं। साफ तौर पर आपको बता दें कि सामने वाली गली से नवरात्रि के चलते देवी की मूर्ति पास हो रही थी जहां पे ढोल ताशे बज रहे थे और उसी बीच में एक लड़की जो अपनी जान बचाने के लिए फिलहाल दौड़ रही थी इसी गली में, उसकी मौत होती है जिसको गला रेंद कर उसकी हत्या कर दी जाती है और इस निर्मम हत्या को कोई और नहीं बल्कि उसी युवती का जो पति है वो अंजाम देता है। क्या देखा आपने? लड़की की जो लाश थी वो किस अवस्था में थी?
गिरी पड़ी थी यहाँ पे, उसका खून, उसका ब्लड वगैरह पूरा पड़ा हुआ था। हाँ,
साफ तौर पर ये गवाही दे रहे हैं कि इन्हीं नालों से जो है वो खून के धब्बे बहते हुए आगे बढ़े हैं। हालांकि पुलिस अभी भी जांच कर रही है कि वाकई में वजह क्या है।
Viewers, this is not a report from Tehran, this is a report from Tilak Nagar. The police officer there, the inspector Vilas Rathod, told Times Now, your channel, that around 10 p.m. on September 26, the man identified as Iqbal Muhammad Sheikh killed his wife by slitting her throat and injuring her hands with a knife. As per the complainant, the accused and his family members used to pressurize her to follow Islamic traditions and wear clothes that Muslim women ought to wear by religious injunction. However, a family dispute started after the woman refused to do so. They were staying separately for the last few months, says Vilas Rathod, the inspector. However, they used to speak over the phone and used to quarrel and bicker. On Monday, when the couple was speaking over the phone, the woman asked the accused for a divorce, but the latter refused. The man then asked for the custody of their son, which the woman opposed, and this led to the final argument between them, which, viewers, caused this grotesque killing. Here are Rupali's sisters speaking to your channel, speaking to Times Now, viewers.
परिवार क्या क्या मांग करता था उनसे?
कि मतलब हमारे कास्ट में ये तो हमारे कास्ट है, बोल मराठी मत बोल, हिंदी बोल, ये सब बोल, हमारे जात का बुर्का पहन, ऐसा रे वैसा रे, बहुत टॉर्चर करते थे।
एक चीज ये कि आपने भी बताया कि मुसलमान कल्चर फॉलो करने के लिए परिवार उनके ऊपर दबाव डालता था। आपकी बहन बिल्कुल फॉलो नहीं करती थी?
नहीं करती थी। कैसे करेगी मैम? हमारे कास्ट की, वो अलग कास्ट का कैसा होगा? आज मेरी बहन के साथ हुआ, कल कोई और बहन के साथ होएगा। बस आप सब मेरे बहन के लिए इंसाफ दो। ये बच्चे का मुंह देख के इसका इंसाफ करो।
परिवार क्या कह रहे हैं? आपके माता पिता?
मेरे माता पिता भी वही कह रहे हैं। अभी मेरी बेटी नहीं रही ना, तो वो भी नहीं रहना चाहिए।
देवी आ रहा था तो आगे मतलब ढोल की वजह से आते रहेंगे, बच्चा भी है तो आ रहे थे ना आगे, तो शायद से उसने फोन पे बात कर रही थी लगता, तो लेके बुला के पहले ही शायद चक्कू भी खुली आ जाएगा, बाद में तो लेके नहीं आएगा। ये चॉकलेट दिलाते 5 मिनट ही हुआ और कब कैसा हो गया वो मालूम नहीं। मैं पीछे गली में डांडिया खेल रही थी।
Viewers, this story flies in the face of what we are being repeatedly told, as I told you, by the ecosystem. What the ecosystem tells the Supreme Court, obviously, is completely cut off from the reality of what women like Rupali are subjected to. Viewers, what does this ecosystem argue before the court? Let's go over some of what has been said. First and foremost, viewers, there are people who have argued from the Muslim side in the Karnataka High Court that the Quran says lawyer glances guard your private parts. Quran says women shouldn't display their charms. Why are they saying this? Because they are telling the court, you have no business to interpret our holy books, our faith. You are no one to go into the words that have been revealed as the ultimate truth. And that this is prescribed. Veils, hijab, etc., burqas are all prescribed in our faith, essential feature of our faith. Saeed Noori, Raza Academy founder, says hijab ensures safety of Muslim women. Zamir Ahmed of the Congress says reason for high rape rate is lack of hijab. Hijab hides beauty as girls come of age. Priyanka Gandhi says, don't even get into this issue. In India, women's right to wear a bikini or a hijab are protected by the law. Try telling that, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, to Rupali's family tonight. Or maybe hundreds and thousands of other women. And the young minor who was dragged out by her father, Sadiq Pasha rather, out of school. Try telling them that. Omar Abdullah, wearing hijab is women's rights to choose. You have had Mr. Dave, viewers, come out and say, in the past, in the High Court, the hijab is a symbol, in the Supreme Court rather, hijab is a symbol of dignity for women. Hijab is a Muslim girl's identity. Hijab does not disturb public order. Hijab doesn't hurt religious sentiments of others. Viewers, this is what is said. This is what is being argued. Now, if it becomes an integral part of the religion, where is the right to choose?